What's up, Gundam Kitchen? Finally, a healthy shipment. Let's start down this end with the oddballs of the group here. So we got initial D, we got the RX-78. RX-7, sorry. Thinking Gundam. And the Skyline, the R32. Got the Hexagear booster, so we got it in olive and like desert here. The newest of the Attack Girls. So this is a Titans. She's pretty interesting. Let's see what we got here. This is one of their bigger boxes too. Got a little weight on it. So she's got a bunch of these wing arm things on the back. Swords maybe. Yeah, look like swords to me. So you got those on the back. Got a couple expressions. Actually, that's a really nice one, the one in the middle. Comes with a base. Comes with some smaller sword dagger things. Then we got your Kotobukiya Megami devices. So we got the Bullet Knight launcher and the Bullet Lancer. So these are very nice. These have been out before. She can actually turn her weapon into some kind of scooter and has a fork for some reason. And this one can do very similar, and she has the table knife with her. These are pretty cool. And then moving over to the Bandai. So from one of the Fates here, this is Fate Grand Order, Gilgamesh. So very nice figure, statue. The book in his hand, not gonna be able to really see with all the protective plastic there, but that's how it comes out looking. And then we also got these body chans. So for artists, these are really cool. Let me know if anybody needs some, because I actually got these for my son. But you can do these in two forms. So you can use this like a regular armature that any artist would use, like little wooden ones we've always seen for centuries, and pose them up. Or you can take a photo of it, and if you're into using your tablet to draw with, you can actually use that image and then do the sketch around what you have posed, or put your paper over it and use it like a photo box. So very cool, clever ideas. Since they're already making these kind of figures, why not make blank ones for artists? Smart move. Figma actually has some too, very similar idea. If you like Figma's style too, you can always hit me up on those. I think they still make them. And then we'll go along the front here. So got some nice metallics from Mr. Hobby. We've got red gold and blue gold. So blue gold's a little more on that bronze scale. Red gold is a little more traditional gold. And then you got your metallic blue and metallic bloody red. Bottoms probably aren't as good as looking at the tops on these. Probably a little more close to the color because all the pigment settles to the bottom. All sparklies. And then some UV cut. And which one is this? This is gloss. So you can actually spray your super clear through an airbrush instead of just spray paint cans. Also got in the premium top coat. So we got semi-gloss, gloss, and flat. So all your top coats you need. And the sauce right here. This is what you need, especially if you're doing Tamiya paints and you want to get them like lacquers. You mix this in and you're basically dealing with a lacquer-like paint finish. So you get all that hardness and quick drying of the lacquer. For some reason we only got one of these, but Sotheby Real Grey water slides. We got the Mr. Hobby basic toolkit, which is a pretty nice one. You get a file, you get the Gundam marker, you get a pair of basic nippers, and some tweezers. Got your Neo masking sole. So this stuff's pretty cool, especially if you want to do like loose camo or you're painting minis. It's basically like a latex, I want to say. You can brush on and use it as a masking. And then when you're done, you just peel it off. And it's basically like masking tape, but in a looser, brushable form. Then we got your softener and your setter. I think there's a lot of misconceptions from people who haven't done water slides yet. Softener optional. It actually softens the water slide so it melds better to curved surfaces. Maybe takes a little bit of the edge off. Not there's much edge on a water slide, but it's definitely for the softening to make it meld around curved surfaces. This is the one that I always suggest to everybody is the setter. This is basically the glue. A lot of people think they can get away with just top coating their kits, the seal in their water slides. You got to put a pretty thick layer down and they still might peel off. So this is actually the glue that sets it. You put it down first, you put your water slide on top, your water slide is glued down. Then you can do your top coat. You know, they go crazy thick. You can just put a normal top coat on. All right. You got some builder nippers from Bandai, and then we got the Mr. Hobby, a little more industrial strength nippers there. They're Mr. Sharpener nippers, which seem to have a slight angle to get you a closer cut. A couple Gundam markers, so the metallic blue, fine tips, brown, gray, black. Black is always hard to keep in, so get them while you can. Got the Eva Minis here, so these are all kind of just like the Nendroid style with less posability, so they don't have all the articulation that a Nendroid has, but that same big head feel, little taller body, a little more slender, not so baby-like, but giant heads, chibi style. Then we've got a good amount of 30-minute mission stuff. So we got a set for one of the kits that came out a while ago. Obviously, a lot of stuff is interchangeable, so they don't really belong to anything, but this one's also pretty cool. And then this is the new one for the ninjas. And a lot of you guys were looking for those when I showed them off early last week, and we did get them in this week. So, customized snow scene. We've had these before in the desert. Very similar, just color difference. And then the cityscape, which is really cool. Probably want to combine a couple of these together to get a really nice effect like that. And some of the other parts. So they got the special effects parts there. So here's the ninja. And then the fencer is a female one that we only got one of last week and everybody's trying to grab up. So I got those in. Come and grab them. Didn't get a lot of them this time, but definitely got about 5 of these. Hello Kitty Char. Great to see that back. So we got a good amount of those. And then we got the Buzz Lightyear and the Woody. Got a Masked Rider. Got your Getter SD there. And then DBZ we racked back up because we were just all the way down to the end of them. And now we have a pretty good stock, about half of them back. So, and these DBZs, if you've never built them or seen them, they do some pretty clever tricks, especially like the Cell, for example. He actually has 2 layers. So there's a green layer and then a purple layer for all those dots. They're not stickers or anything like that. They're actually layered. And it shows you right there. So that was very clever of them to do it that way. And we appreciate it. Decent posability. They pretty much look like action figures when they're done. Obviously, they're models, so you can't play with them as roughly as you play with an action figure. But they have the posability pretty much of an action figure. And then Dukemon was definitely a popular one the last couple of weeks, so we were able to restock that. A couple of SDs and some more 30-minute mission parts here. And the Sleeping Eevee. We got our Power GM, GPO 3, Dom Tropin, and the Loto Twins. So that's and the Moon Gundam and Gelgu Marine. So that's our UC selection that we just got in. And then they had a good amount of seed stuff in high grade, which is kind of unique. So Gunner Zaku, not even going to try to say this nice gold finished one's name. Sword Impulse and the Zaku Warrior. So let's look at this, see if we can see some good pictures of this. Nice finish on this one. So this is one of those mechy plated ones. So very glossy, shiny, almost mirror-like finish on this one. And of course it has that very nice seed design. Not my favorite series at all, but some of my favorite suits come out of seed. And then the Kshatriya, definitely my favorite suit out of Unicorn. I think this is a must-have. Must-have if you're a high-grade builder. You got to have a Kshatriya. And if you think high grades are a little advanced or a little too simple for you, I would suggest step your game up, learn how to scribe and do some weathering and stuff like that. And this is a great base to work on. There are some amazing, amazing Kshatriya out there on the internet with some great pictures of them that people have put a lot of work into. Then you got your RG wings your Barbatos Lupus. Then, oh, also the Bale. So this is from the Full Mechanics lines. Then old school, good quality 1/100s. These were some of the best ones they made before they came out, like the Full Mechanics and the REs. Was this line? This is a line that showed that REs could actually be something. So you got a Dynamis, you got the Exia, and the Virtue. So has both forms. Got your crazy beard and hair going on, and then your chunky boy. And then we have old school MG GPO2A, GPO3, Gundam 0, and GPO1 full Bernier, or whatever it's called. So you got that one. Then through the master grades, we have 7 swords. So 007 swords down here at the bottom. We got your Banshee, the very nice Strike Rouge, really cool looking kit, especially that backpack. And the Jesta, the red frame, of course, another great seed kit that gets a lot of love. And Death Scythe Hell, who doesn't love that one? And that's all we got. I think that's probably all the Gundams we'll get this week. We should be getting in some Warhammer later in the week. And who knows? We might get some more. I don't know. But definitely keep watching, stay tuned, and I'll see you later. Peace.